graduate final assignment. I am Rebecca Mann. Here we go. On the agenda, I have the summary of my role, the key issues, my recommendations, some codes that I found, the NASW codes, and my closing summary. So my role is a mental health clinician. As the mental health clinician on Michael's case, my job is to help him with his assessments, treatment plans, and overall care. I work to keep everyone on the same page. This is so his treatment can stay consistent and he gets the help when things start to fall apart. My focus is on keeping him safe, stable, and supported while also respecting his choices. I'll work closely with parole and housing to lower his chances of relapse or going back to jail. Some key issues from the clinical point. He struggles to take his medication regularly because of the side effects, and he doesn't fully understand why he needs it. He is paranoid, disorganized with his thoughts, and that makes it hard for him to keep his appointments and stay involved in treatment. Since he is homeless and doesn't have much support, he's at high risk of slipping back into the old symptoms that he has. If he doesn't get his needs taken care of or in a stable routine, he won't get back, or he won't kind of reintegrate into society. He also has a history of alcohol use, and even though he's been sober for a while, he still needs that support to stay on track with that. I want to get reengaged with Michael just to kind of start him out and get in contact with him. So I'd start by reaching out through the shelter, his parole officer, or seeing if a peer support specialist could help to get back in touch with him for building to help build some consistency again. I would attempt to also come to wherever he is. Once he has found or find him transportation to meet me, I would also provide telehealth for him as well. I will work with his parole officer in a supportive way, keeping the focus on helping Michael get stable instead of pushing him for missing appointments. I would attempt to find a therapist that is willing to work with him and understand that he is working to become stable. So there may be some missed appointments. Also, his current therapist, maybe, just to see if there's some compassion and understanding. Just we're trying to integrate him back into society, so it could be difficult for him. Just please don't give up. Medication management, I'd like to talk to his doctor and try to get a long-acting injectable medication to make it easier for him. Also work with him to learn about his medication, why it helps him, and maybe to handle some of the side effects that he feels. Housing and stability, I really want him to, even if it's temporary, stay with his sister in Newton, but make a plan as long as everyone's clear on the expectations and boundaries. I'd like to put together a plan that covers things like taking his medication, following a curfew, and knowing who to call if things start to go wrong. Integration, I want to get him connected with a peer support specialist and get back into the fatherhood reentry program. It could be helpful for him to get connected again with people and just motivated. I'd like to include his sister Emily and help her understand what schizophrenia looks like day to day and how to spot some early warning signs. I'd also look into resources through case management to help with transportation and medication costs. Crisis prevention, so just needing some things to prevent or what to do in certain crisis situations. So I'd work with Michael on a crisis plan that lists his early warning signs and what helps him calm down and who he can reach out to. And then I will check to see if there's any AA meetings in Newton that he could attend. My hope is to eventually, he can meet somebody, get a sponsor. That could be somebody to add to his crisis plan. And then it'll be important that the shelter staff, it's important to keep in contact with the shelter staff just in case, he moves in with his sister. It's, he leaves and she's not sure where he is. He's on the street again. Just to keep in contact with the shelter staff, his mental health team and his parole officer, and also his sister, to communicate and respond quickly if a crisis comes up so he doesn't fall through the cracks. Code of ethics, some of the ones that I have are commitment to clients. So my goal is to keep Michael, his well-being a priority while keeping the public safety in mind. There's self-determination. I want to respect his right to make his own choices, even though there are limits because of his parole. Cultural competence. It's important to remember that the justice system can be unfair to people with mental illness, and I need to be aware of those biases. Interdisciplinary collaboration. Working closely with the interprofessional team and some outside resources helps make sure Michael gets consistent care and doesn't fall through the cracks. So my main goal with Michael is to help him get ready, or to help him get steady and stay connected to treatment without feeling like he's being punished. He's been through a lot, but he also has people who care about him and want to see him do better. I want to keep working with him, his sister, and the other team members to make sure he has support, structure, and a plan that actually works for him. If we can keep him engaged, housed, and on his meds, I really believe he has a good chance of staying stable and out of jail.